Why are you filming me, motherfucker? Why are you filming me? Why are you filming me? Why are you filming me, huh? Bitch. Why are you filming me? You get knocked out? Okay, Karen. Yeah. Yeah, I'm making fun of you, Karens. Yeah. How's it feel? Karens. I never ran into one of you, unfortunately. You just better pray I never do. Because if I do, I'm not like most people. I will slap the shit out of you. I don't care about going to jail. I'll go to jail for you motherfuckers. Any fucking day. I don't care. I'll go to jail. If they can, if the cops can take me to jail, they have to catch me first. That's going to be that's going to be the difficult part. It's going to be a challenge. If they can catch me. I may got a belly on me, but I'm pretty fucking fast. Yeah, faster than a cheetah. I don't know about that fast, but I could probably compete with a cheetah. Thing is, with cops these days, they're usually pretty fat and slow, and they're mostly just lazy. So, if I slap a Karen and she ended up calling the cops, I'm just going to take their phone. I'll just break it. Well, I'll probably, hopefully no one's recording, because everybody. The bad thing about today's age is everyone's got a camera on them, and you know what? That is annoying. That is the most annoying part. Would it be like? Wouldn't it be nicer if we could just all go back to the '80s, where no one had a camera on their phone? No one had cell phones. We didn't have cell phones, so no one had a camera. But we can't. Unless I could time travel, I would live in the '80s. But then again, it'd be boring as fuck. Unless I'm traveling in New York City on the subway, beating up a bunch of hoodlums, thugs, criminals, gang members. I don't like the word members. I like gangbangers better. Bunch of pucks. With the '80s, with the Mohawks, I'd beat them up in seconds. Back in the '80s, New York City. Remember that era in New York City? Anybody who remembers who lived in New York City in the '80s remembers the punk era in New York City. Yeah, beat them all up. Kung Fu. It won't be like no New York movie. Remember when New York used to make their own pictures? Used to make their own movies? But a lot of them were martial arts, action movies. You know what I'm saying? I remember when that Jet Li movie, the one, actually was released in New York cinemas. Like, I know it wasn't really a Hollywood movie as much as it was more of a New York local cinema film. Because Jet Li wasn't very popular in Hollywood for some reason. I mean, he did Lethal Weapon 4, and he did like 4 other Hollywood pictures, but after that he just fell off. It pretty much went back to Hong Kong or China. Started making movies over there, but for a lot of people, Jet Li was the man in the 2000s. Like, he's been around over there and making pictures in the East in the 80s, and he was not popular. Brandon Lee was popular everywhere, but who would win in a fight, Brandon Lee or Jet Li? I'm gonna put my money on Brandon Lee. Not because he's bigger, it's because he's the son of Bruce Lee. He's got to win. But, yeah. Brandon Lee would absolutely dominate Jet Li. This is my opinion. A lot of people are going to say, well, Jet Li would win. Well, Jet Li was so good at fighting, and Jet Li has never been in a real fight that I'm aware of. Brandon Lee has. He actually broke a guy's arm who broke into his house. So he's been in real fights. So, yeah. Brandon Lee has proved himself. Donnie Yen has been in fights, real fights. Like he got into a fight in a bar and beat a guy up for trying to just for bullying or picking on a woman or something like that. Yeah. But as far as you know, martial arts goes, uh, most people don't understand is get wrong about MMA is MMA is traditional martial arts. MMA was a thing back in the 60s. MMA was a thing before that. MMA has been around since the beginning of martial arts. MMA was around in the Middle Ages. MMA was a thing. MMA, let me make this clear. If you practice more than one style, you are an MMA. You're an MMA. You're not a fighter. I don't like the word MMA fighter. There's no such thing as an MMA fighter. You're a mixed martial artist. Jackie Chan is a mixed martial artist. Bruce Lee was a mixed martial artist. Chuck Norris, mixed martial artist. Anyone who practices more than one style, like karate, taekwondo, kempo, hapkido, are mixed martial artists. End of story. Donnie Yen's a mixed martial artist. Jean-Claude Van Damme is a mixed martial artist. Yeah. If you know more than one style and train in different arts, you're a mixed martial artist. It's not just UFC. UFC didn't invent that. MMA has been around since the beginning of traditional martial arts. Many traditional ancient martial artists practiced MMA. And Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu isn't MMA, it's a traditional martial art. So is Krav Maga, so is Systema, so is Muay Thai. Originally it was called Siamese boxing, which is different, but it's traditional martial arts. Boxing is a sport. It is a martial art, but it's more of a sport. It's more sports combat. I really don't consider boxing a martial art. I consider it more just like sports combat. Professional wrestling is a martial art, even though a lot of it is scripted, but it's not fake. Professional wrestling is not fake. The physicality is very real. Yes, they're pulling off a lot of choreography. Sometimes, some of it is choreographed, but when they're pulling back the punches, that's choreography. Now, there are some professional wrestlers who didn't do choreography. They were straight shooters. Like, they straight were stiff. And that's because they don't like fake shit. I don't blame them. If I was a professional wrestler, I wouldn't choreograph my moves. I would legit want to hurt you. I'm old school. I'm just old school that way. I'm Dick the Bruiser. I'm just Dick the Bruiser. I mean, I like to hurt you. That's what I would do. I would hurt you. I would hurt Seth Rollins. I would hurt Drew McIntyre. I would hurt Ricochet, or whatever his name is. I would hurt Brock Lesnar. I would hurt Roman Reigns. I would hurt the Usos. I would hurt Dolph Ziggler. I wouldn't choreograph my stuff. I don't believe in that. Choreograph. I believe in stiffing and shooting. And I would probably get fired, but I don't care. I would explain to Vince McMahon that I like hurting people. I don't want to choreograph my matches. I want everything to be real. Because I like real. I don't like fake. Can you imagine how many fans would shit on the UFC if Dana White said, we're just going to start choreographing our fights. We're not going to really hit each other full contact. We're going to choreograph like WWE, like the movies, Hollywood. You know how many, you could tell what is real, what is not. If UFC started doing that, how many fans they would lose? Of course, they might get, the fans they would get would be more like Hollywood fans or WWE fans. Fuck. Hey, maybe if UFC did start choreographing their fights, maybe there'd be a lot less, what they call it, brain traumas. Brain injuries. Boxing probably needs to start choreographing too. It's safer to choreograph fights because less injuries, less injury prone. and less what's that word I'm looking for? I forget what it's called. CPD or what the fuck it's called. Uh, CPS. I don't know. But yeah. But I want to talk about stop being lazy. I'm not going to talk about that. We'll talk about something else today. Back to Bolin. Bolin, you're finished. You hear me? Done. Forever. Bolin, you're done. You're done. Kenny Bolin, you're the ultimate troll. You're done. Troll, Troll Bolin, you suck. You're done. Yeah, what you can do about it? You can do about it. You lie. Are you still lying on me? Are you still mentioning my name? Because if you are, then you're just giving me more clout. Keep mentioning my name. I don't give a fuck. But you're not going to continue to lie, make up fallacies on me, saying you sent the cops to my house. When you didn't, the cops never showed up. But you're a liar. You also said something about you talked to my neighbors and all the neighbors said I was weird. That me and my dad were kind of weird. I've talked to my neighbors and they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And they don't even know who the hell you are. They never heard of no Kitty Bolin. You're a fucking idiot. Bitch made motherfucker.